And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. It's time now for more Dota 2 action. We have got ourselves the final best of two series of the day. Team Secret taking on OG. It should be a good one, an all-Western Dota affair, all-European affair, and no better than my European co-caster Lacoste to join me for this one. How you feeling about OG versus Secret, Lacoste?
Hello, old friend, it's me. This should be an interesting matchup. I think OG has a higher chance of winning against team like a Secret than they have, let's say, against some of the Chinese teams.
Is that just because of familiarity, or why do you think that is?
Yeah, I think their playstyle matches better against Team Secrets. We can see difference in the drafting stage already. Look at these bans. Of course, they're going to get rid of the Wisp if they're not going to play themselves. Jakiro banned out.
Yep.
Not sure what that implies, but the Lone Druid opening. It feels like I always say that Puppy is stubborn, but feels like he became a bit more soft, and he's banning the heroes that he loses against, which is not what typical Puppy does.
Well, I'll see if it works here. I kind of like the Lone Druid opening because it's one of those heroes that Ace plays very well, and
Yes.
we've seen Secret work well with, but it has also perhaps been No-Tail's best hero, so it's a block pick as well in this draft. OG don't want to ban the Lone Druid because they're hoping that it goes through and they can pick it for their own team. So we'll see what OG look to get in response. A pretty important series. I believe both teams kind of sitting in the middle-ish as far as the standings go. Wow, a Lich first two? What's happening?
This is the hero that I was thinking about since the strong dual lanes. Also, I think we're going to see more of Enigma because Enigma wins lanes no matter what. And you can have tri-lane or just a dual lane mid and have Enigma on the one lane. Enigma's gonna get farm anyways, or you can just go for strong dual lanes with the Lich. So this is kind of classic. These two together. If you put ice armor on someone, it's a lot of damage mitigation from the Lone Druid, and also Centaur is a gap closer against the Lone Druid. I was trying to think of a hero to close the gap because he does not like heroes to get on top of him, and this is the best hero you can get with his ulti, with his blink dagger.
And then all Centaur has to do is get like a hood, and then he's got the magic resistance with the physical damage resistance, and he's going to become pretty damn tanky and hard to deal with.
Yeah, imagine in the laning stage, you have a Lich with the frost armor and Centaur with his aura. You attack someone, you get the damage back, and they slow you, which is pretty irritating to play against.
Yeah, I don't think you want to be going near them at that point. So we'll see how Secret respond. The Clockwork initially picked up could be 4 position, could be a 3 position, kind of a flexible hero in that regard. Very good at getting on top of a hero like Lich and just taking him out of the fight. Even Centaur, it's the same thing. Centaur is not a hero that wants to go for a 4-staff.
Yeah, what do you feel about the 4-staff? Like, it's so much mana costy. It's I don't know I'm kind of refusing to build the 4-staff just because it's 100 mana. I don't know why.
It seems like offlaners can't build as much anymore. Like
yes.
The supports, they're going to save their mana pool to save their teammates. Sure, they'll still buy it, but if you're not like a Hurricane Pike hero, you're not getting a 4-staff on your offlaners these days anymore. Like Clockwork used to go 4-staff. I don't think it's a great item on Clockwork anymore because of the mana cost.
It's a huge nerf. Like, this is one of the biggest nerfs on the item. Maybe if it was 50 mana, it would be alright, considering how much nerfs it got in terms of cooldown.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a direct buff to Clockwork. You make 4-staff worse, and that's the hero that gets counted the hardest by full stuff. So
yes.
Sure enough, we may be seeing more and more Clock picked up. Curious to see how Secret look to run the hero as we get further into the draft. Batrider, Tusk banned out. Looks like OG expecting it to maybe be more in the 4/5 position role. And then the Kunkka banned out by Secret as well. Something OG have run in the mid lane and seems to be one of the popular mid picks right now.
They have a good vision so far on Team Secret, Lone Druid with the Bear Clock the rockets, a lot of scouting. Like
So
this is a really non-classic opener. Lich Centaur, it does not reveal anything, so you can work with it really well.
yeah, even though you know
Pick
what lane they're
heroes.
going to, it still doesn't tell you what kind of draft the opposing team is running.
Yes.
So I looked up the standings. So Secret, they are 1 win, 1 draw. OG is 1 win, 1 loss. They lost to IG, and then Secret had the draw against Mineski, and both teams have beaten IG Vitality. So this is pretty important match if you want to finish like in the top 2, top 3 of your group to at least get a draw, if not a win here for these two teams. I think a loss here kind of puts you out of the top 2, top 3 slot potentially.
So yeah, Ember Spirit, that's the hero that would fit well. Team Secret so far against the Lich, Centaur. Centaur has a long cast on his stomp, so you can always use the Remnant to get out if you're quick enough.
Yep.
And also mitigates a lot of damage from the Lich.
And something that mid one has been playing a lot of
Yeah.
recently. It's constantly being getting buffed a bit, and the hero seems to be in a pretty good place where you can actually pick it in that 3rd, 4th pick right now. Can lane mid, can lane in a safe lane, it's flexible, so... And when you've got a lone druid, if it gets a bad matchup mid, you send lone druid mid and your Ember can play safe lane, so it actually works very nicely with a hero like lone druid. Sanking for OG, they get their full position. It feels like another pick where you just, you don't know what OG's doing with their draft because they're going to save their mid and their carry for last. Sanking, just one of those stable 4s that seems to always fit a draft.
Yeah, this is a good combo. Clockwork plus the Disruptor. He gives vision with the rocket. Disruptor can always send people back with the glimpse. Also, if you just lock down anyone with the hook, with the Disruptor ulti placed on top of the cogs, it's pretty much a guaranteed kill, and they can't get out with the Centaur ulti out. What I was thinking is that you can pick more greedy position 4 and 5, since you already have a reliable stun in Centaur, but they decided to go for a Sanking, so they are jacked and packed with the stuns, ready to team fight a lot.
I feel like No-Tail's been a bit too selfless. Like earlier in the tournament, in their loss against IG, he was playing Slark and got like a drums on the hero. I feel like he needs to play like more selfish, more like the hard
Yes.
carry, because that's sometimes costing OG when they have too many players trying to be like the team player.
You need to have that selfish player which wants to get greedy, take all the farm on the map, but you can't have two, and also you can't have none.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if the PL is going to be that hero. Definitely a stable carry and something that kind of is that nice hybrid. You can get this fighting diffusal, but then you're also, if you maintain your farm, you're going to go pretty well into the late game as well, as we saw last game with the Phantom Lancer pick. So that's kind of the idea with this. And I imagine it will be No-Tail playing the Phantom Lancer. By the way, I don't know if you saw, but Secret just lost to a Meepo in their last game. Game 2 against Mineski, they got Meepo'd.
Oh, Meepo, that's the hero I did not see in a while. This is a great pickup. Timbersaw, free Timbersaw game so far. Phantom Lancer, Sanking, Centaur. If he just builds the hood, they really can't kill him. There's no burst damage whatsoever. Maybe they should ban out OD on the side of Team Secret, since they lack mid hero as well.
Yeah, I think at this point OG need like a OD, a Lina, something that's going to be able to at least somewhat counter this Timbersaw pick, because that looks pretty problematic for them as far as answers go.
I mean, they already picked a safe laner. They can put Phantom Lancer on the mid though, but they need either OD or Silver Edge Carrier. Slark would fit the profile, but if you have Slark and Phantom Lancer, then it's way too greedy.
Yeah, and you look at these supports, they really struggle to zone a Timbersaw. Timbasaw's going to go, if he goes to that offlane against like a Lich PL, or even a Sanking PL, that's a complete free lane for Timbersaw. Not sure how OG plans on dealing with that. Like you say, it seems like they need to pick a Timber counter and just lane it directly against the Timber.
There's not too many heroes left in the pool against the Timber.
And almost certainly you could imagine Secret will ban something out that could cause him problems. Storm Spirit banned by OG, expecting some kind of a mid-1 pick as the last hero. Fata has played the Timbersaw, as has Ace, but Ace is also going to be playing the Lone Druid this game, I can only imagine, so... Unless we see a third Timbersaw player on Secret Emerge in mid-1, which I'm sure you know, I'm sure he can play it too. Definitely a hero that seems to suit his flashy style.
Yeah, OD just fits the profile for OG, and it counters a lot of stuff on Team Secret, so I expect them to ban it out. Naturally builds into a Pike against the Clockwork, can save people with Astral as well in the Disruptor ulti. Alright.
Razor, okay. And then pick Brew. So perhaps thinking that they may counter the Timbersaw slash Brewmaster in lane, they ban Razor here that could go mid against the Timbersaw and cause them problems. Because right now OG are looking at potentially a Timber mid, but also could be Timber safe lane. The Lone Druid is that flexible pick that can go mid safe lane. Brewmaster almost certainly going to be the off lane of the Fata hero. And I'm liking Secret's draft a lot right now.
Yeah, this Brewmaster also feels really good against the Phantom Lancer illusions. He deals a ton of damage, just dispels them.
Can also dispel the Lich Frost Armor, so that's a nice way to make some of these heroes squishier. Last pick Death Prophet.
And if they decide to use Centaur ulti, they can just Yule one with Storm Panda and kill it. Death Prophet, another hero that deals physical damage to a Timbersaw.
There's a silence in some tools, but...
Yes. I've seen Phantom Lancers building into Silver Edge when needed to break someone. It's good against the Brewmaster and Timber. And also for positioning himself against a hero like a Lone Druid just to get on top of him.
It's definitely not impossible to deal with this Timbersaw, but they're going to have to, you know, I feel like play from ahead. If they start falling behind, they're against a Lone Druid lineup that can take towers quickly. A Timbersaw, if he gets an item ahead, you get that Silver Edge, well, he's going to have a Lotus Orb or a Yule Scepter, some way to, you know, counterplay it defensively, and at that point, you can't really deal with the Timbersaw.
Yeah, well, you mentioned that you like Team Secret's draft. I gotta say, I like it as well.
Yeah. I think the Brewmaster pick was... I like that they didn't just send Timber offlane and grab, like, another, like, kind of carry hero for the mid lane. The fact they get this really nice utility from the Brewmaster split, it gives them this very hard to fight team fight now. Like, it's a team fighting hero that isn't scared of, like, this, the epicenter, the magic damage, because he's just going to pop his ultimate and zone those heroes out. So it comes together very nicely with this pick.
Yeah, also one little thing, Death Prophet naturally builds into Eon Disc, and Storm Panda can dispel it.
Oh yeah, that's something I feel like we don't see enough right now for teams counterplaying this item.
Yeah, because there's not enough dispel items. Yes, there's Nullifier, but what else is there? Necro Book.
True. Shadow Demon Ultimate. I mean, that's not an item. That's a hero. But
yeah, I'm building a Shadow Demon.
6 items Shadow Demon. There we go. It's new build, Lacoste. They're going to add that in the Dota 7.16 or whatever the next patch is.
He has Shadow Demon queued up.
So laning-wise, it looks pretty standard, I think. The dual lane bottom for Secret, Yapster down there with Fata. It does actually look a bit different with the PL going mid, though, on the side of OG. Seb is looking to go to the off lane. Interesting.
So they want to match, I guess, Centaur against one-on-one against the Panda. Because it's a decent matchup for both of them. Maybe Panda has a better lineup because of the miss chance. And they want to win the other lane. So at least they're winning one lane with the Lich.
Yep.
It's a Phantom Lancer Lich on the mid so far, or he's blocking.
They've scouted the lanes now as well. A very unusual OG ward here. Very deep on the top side of the map. That is not what you expect to see, but the positive of this ward is they now know exactly what the lanes are going to be, and they get the lanes they want. The negative is S4. He's getting ganked to the bottom lane. He's being jumped on behind his tower. Creeps are not going to help you. Perhaps he should have just hugged them to tank some of that battery assault. He should be okay under the tower here. Will they go for another Thunderstrike? It doesn't look like they want to go dive any further. But already good harass.
Imagine if he had a flask right there instead of tangos. I prefer to have 3 tangos and a flask, just in case something like this happens.
Sure, I guess he's just hoping that these Mangos and Tangos will
Yeah.
get the job done, which, you know, sure enough, over time he will heal up. And he should be able to get away with not having that salve.
Yeah, all the heals, all the wounds heal up
Yeah.
after a certain amount of time. Even the broken heart, they say.
These lanes look overall reasonably strong for OG. We see No-Tail, he gets an early point in Doppelganger just to get rid of that Thunderstrike harass. Lich is going to be down bottom, helping out the Centaur. This bottom lane is going to get constantly spammed by this Lich with the Frost Blast plus Sacrifice, giving him this big mana pool. Top lane, they're going for a big dive here. Jarek's with the Orb of Venom is going to slow down mid one, and he needs to Timber Chain away. Oh, he misses the tree! Couldn't quite get the tree, and gives up the first blood.
Yeah, OG's laning setup is really good. As I mentioned, they're winning a top lane. Bottom lane is also going to be good. This is the same lineup that actually OG had, but same lane. Clockwork and Panda. They just need to be careful about positioning with the Lich. If someone gets caught in the cogs and battery, he's probably going to die.
Yeah, and I think while we both like Secret's draft overall better, OG's laning stage is where they should shine. If they can have a good laning stage, they could snowball this game just from winning the lanes.
Oh, I love the build on Ace already. Full Ring of Aquila. I wonder if that's going to be a range build.
We've seen quite a bit of the range build, and against the Death Prophet I like it a lot because you're just going to sit far away and right-click her down. There's some heroes which it just seems very effective against. Lifesteal is another one where I've seen a lot of this ranged build. And it should be very strong this game. Bottom lane, they're setting up to go and fly, it looks like. They're just going to get slowed down here. Puppey it was nearby. It looks like he didn't fully commit for this one. Yapster needs to get the battery assault off. He gets a glimpse back now, and Fly caught in this one. Sankin going to TP in and rotate. They're going to look for counter kills here. S4 has Mangoes. He can pop them for a stun if he needs to. Gets two under this. Fly goes down under the tower, and unfortunately for OG, they didn't pull them into the tower, so Secret more than healthy enough. Yapster's got plenty of regen here. The Sankin TP a bit wasted in the end.
And it's a really deadly lane, especially when Clockwork gets the level 3, level 2 Barrier Assault. Maybe a Lich should have invested. He has a Ring of Regen. Okay, that's not his. That's actually Centaur's. Just a Windlay so he can outrun them. Or try to get boots somehow.
Yep. We'll see Centaur going for the Tranquil Boots with that one, it looks like. And OG, with the pressure down bottom from Secret, are going to go for a tri-lane of their own down here. Fortunately for Jarex, that involves getting caught out by a Cogs push. Body blocks from Puppey is going to set Yapster up to get close enough for the battery assault. Doesn't have mana for a Burrow Strike, and Yapster and Puppey get a second kill down bottom. This is really good news for Secret because suddenly their lanes are looking much stronger. They're winning bottom. Timbersaw now gets a 1v1, which is what Timbersaw really wanted, and mid lane going very well for Lone Druid against the Phantom Lancer.
Yeah, they need to make something happen on the bottom lane for OG. Sanking is level 2 with level 1 Caustic Finale. Also went for Orb of Venom, which I don't know if you tested it out. It's so deadly, especially if you're playing ahead and get the kills, get the levels. Like, the other heroes don't move.
Yeah, he had that at the start, and that's how they bullied mid one a lot. But the problem is, since getting that kill, he's been very quiet. Again, the same combo bottom. They glimpse back into the cogs and the battery assault. As for this time, he's going to barely survive the ice armor, helping slow them down and do less damage. Mid lane Ace harassing No-Tail now with the level 5 on this bear. This lane suddenly gets very difficult for No-Tail, and what we're seeing is essentially 3 lanes favoring Secret now. While the first 5 minutes was a bit rough, it suddenly looks very favorable for Secret with these lanes.
Yeah, they were kind of forced to change the lanes, which benefits them way more. Runes just spawned.
Oh, Ace with the bear.
It's gonna be 4 bounty runes.
Yeah. This is one of the strength. He was one of the best Lone Druid players doing this with the old bounties where it was every 2 minutes. Now he just does it every 5 minutes. He's so good at sending his bear out of lane to get runes.
Look at him. He's gonna have a phase boot, so he's gonna have 100 damage per hit plus a bear with 55.
What do you make of No-Tail's build, by the way?
I guess that's just the survivability build. He does not want to get Thunderstrike or caught with the Entangle.
He's going to doppelganger preemptively. I guess, like you say, he wants to survive, and he knows he can't really kill this bear. Even if heroes come to gank his lane, he's not getting this kill against a Savage Roar, so he's just going to go pure defensive. Unfortunately, he's being rooted now. He might get chased down. There's phase boots on Ace. He can just chase for this one. No-Tail's trying to juke. He's got a doppelganger. TP coming in. No-Tail's just going to go aggressive. He needs to guess the right one. He guesses wrong. No-Tail in the trees. Well played. As Johan jukes him out back in the bottom jungle. It's Yapsor trying to find Jerax on the Sand King. Unsuccessful in doing so. Man, No-Tail really pushed his hero to the limit there. What's Seb OD'ing about? Looks like he's just, having a bit of a rougher time as this lane starts to not favor him as much as it used to.
Yeah, also Puppy showed up, gave him a tango and a flask, and an ice armor as well, so gonna get harassed that much. Also, I guess the reason to go for a doppelganger, he can use it at the start just to buy some time. Lone Druid needs to find which one is real, then he can farm, the cooldown will reset, so he can't harass him in the laning stage, which is pretty smart.
Yeah, we've seen that a few times where he's just happy to spam this doppelganger since he's leveled it up first, and it's a pure right-click build. He doesn't care about the slows, doesn't really care too much about going for the kills, but when he does, he's got Phantom Rush, so even without the Lances, he still has some pressure that he can push forward.
Deep ward placed between tier 1 and tier 2 tower. They want to make a
Has he gone too deep? He's regenerating. Oh, he's already got the hood here. This is going to block a lot of damage. Unfortunately for mid one, he did not get the Timber Chain out. He's still regenning up. He's got 20 reactive armor, but there we go. Frost Blast will finish off the kill back at mid. Ace getting low. No-Tail. This doppelganger build is working out well. He's managed to juke him a few times, and until Ace finds the real one, he's taking a lot of harass. It's only once he finds the real PL does he pose a threat to No-Tail.
Yeah, he also uses illusions to send to the bear with the Phantom Rush, just dealing damage, harassing Ace. We didn't focus on the bottom lane. Look at Fata. He's 400 gold away from a Blink Dagger.
Oh man, this is...
Even though he's not level 6.
I was just thinking... The old get Blink before you're even level 6 strat. That is... funny stuff.
That's the old meme. Gets Aghanim Scepter, doesn't skill Ultimate.
Oh man, well, it should have about the same time, and they're actually going to gank on bottom lane. Yapsor's invis, perhaps waiting for Brew to get that level 6, but nope, he's going to go in. S4's are going to start hitting the cogs, and Stampede away, but Puppy's there with the glimpse. The clap is there waiting as well, and S4 slowed down, should not be able to get out of this one. He goes down, as does mid one in the top lane though, and that was the Exorcism pop. Good use of the first Exorcism to get this kill, and he can even do some damage to the tier 1 tower as well.
Yeah, Exorcism... still gonna run for the next 10 seconds. I wonder if they're gonna glyph it. Yes. So bottom lane, they should pressure it. Panda has enough to buy a Blink Dagger.
Yeah. I don't think anyone can TP in here. Brewmaster has split this tower, and Ace is rotated. You have to give this tower up at this point. Or, if you want to defend it, you have got to TP in 3-4 heroes, and that just seems like a suicide mission when Death Prophet doesn't have ultimate. PL, he's not really ready to fight either. He's just in farm mode.
I'm not a big fan of a Midas, especially the first item, but this game, it could have been amazing for the Brewmaster. If he doesn't find any openings with this Blink Dagger, he's just gonna feel so empty. I remember one of the games where KP played the Brewmaster and had the Blink at the same time as Fata in this game, and he failed the first gank, failed the second gank, and he didn't have anything for the rest of the game.
Yeah. And you're playing on a team where he's going to give these lanes up to the supports now, because both supports, level 3, level 4, they need the lanes and farm right now. So we're not going to see any farm given to the Brewmaster to get towards his next item for quite some time.
I mean, your Lone Druid is not going for a Radiance build, which means that you're going to be active early on. He's going to be the one who's fighting, but...
Battle for the Roots! Who's going to get it top? Mid 1 versus Seb. It goes mid 1's way. This right-click battle being won, and he's going to get the next one too.
Oh.
Nice. These rune battles are pretty funny when it's like just ends up being a who can spam right click harder battle. TP in bottom lane. Ooh, that was aggressive TP from Seb, but he doesn't actually have anything to follow it up. No initiation from the Sand King, and this completely opens up top lane. Mid one's probably thinking, great, there's no Death Prophet up here. Time to take this tower. I love watching No-Tail play. He is so aggressive on this PL with 4 points in Doppelganger and Phantom Rush. He's just zoning heroes away with illusions. He's destroying them, and this tower is going down incredibly fast. No-Tail is being on point with this PL.
Yeah, you can just skip the creep wave. This tower is gone. Like, this is why I thought that Brewmaster, he just picked a Blink Dagger. 2 minutes. He didn't do anything. He's still level 6.
Yeah.
Like, you are forced. They know that you have a Blink Dagger, so they are expecting the gank, and they can play around it.
Well, as a result, it feels like part of the problem is, like, he can go gank, but his supports are like, well, isn't it time for us to now get our farm? Like, he doesn't have anyone to gank with. Timbersaw plays alone on the map. Brewmaster doesn't want to play around the Lone Druid, and the supports want to farm, so no room for Brewmaster to really make plays, it feels like, in some ways. Oh, there we go. Blink in mid. Not really going to do a whole lot to No-Tail. The support's still just level 5. No-Tail needs another Doppelganger out. They're going to go for the split. They really want this kill on No-Tail. Another 5 seconds before he has a Doppelganger. They find the real one. They're trying to get the stun on it. Doesn't get the Doppelganger out just yet. He's going to have it in a couple of seconds. Gets to the low ground once again. No-Tail continuing to juke. Needs something to Phantom Rush to. He's possibly getting out. Nah, the clap will finish him off.
I love what he did. He tried to make a move to go around and use Phantom Rush on the creep wave.
Just couldn't quite get out of there in time. And while that's going on, mid one was able to take the top tier 1 tower. So that's a lot better for Secret, who have this lineup that's pretty hard to fight into, but they have to find a way to initiate these fights, which is Fata. Once the supports get level 6, then I think that's the big thing with the Blink Dagger, is you want to get this item when your support's level 6. You get it this early, and it feels like, well, you can't do anything until your supports hit level 6.
Well, I think he's still gonna go for a Midas. He bought he bought a magic wand in the base and then sold it. Like, I need a different item.
Chain Frost against Lone Druid, that is brutal stuff. It bounces between him and the bear like a ping pong ball. Top lane, meanwhile, Secret gonna find the Sand King of Jerax. They finish him off with a Rocket Flare. Earn charges for Yapzor. Say that, as Yapzor now getting rotated on as well. OG already moving to respond to this one. They're going to get the first kill. They may look for mid one as well. He's going to TP out from the trees, not looking to get caught by any disable.
I'm not sure if they have enough to counter the Stimmer, so yes, he didn't have the greatest time in the laning stage, but he still recovered. With this hood, they don't even have a Spirit Vessel carrier on their team. Sand King can build into one. I've seen Sand Kings not buying Blink Daggers, going for different item builds if it suits them. So they just go for, let's say, a Vanguard, a Crimson Guard after that. I remember one game where I think Sam H didn't even buy Blink. He went for Crimson Guard, Pipe, and Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah, it was at DAC against Optic.
Yes.
I remember that game. Because after that game, Optic at Starlighter, they did the same build on their Sand King, because they couldn't, it was this unkillable Sand King, and they were like, okay, this is the build, some games, where you just don't need Blink Dagger.
Yeah, sometimes you need to think out of the box, and it pays off.
I don't think it works when you're playing the Sand King as a forward position, though, because you're just not going to get the farm to finish those items. When you're ahead and you're tanky and unkillable, sure, but as a 4, you just naturally can't play like that. Top lane, they've gone in on the Death Prophet, Yapzor. They had to follow up with a Battery Assault, but the Spirit Siphons are healing up Seb on the Death Prophet with the Yule Scepter. He's going to continue to heal here. The Chain Frost coming in as well. Yapzor going to get brought low here. Fly's unable to quite get him with the Chain Frost initially. He's trying to get that last bit of Nova damage off, but Yapzor hides in the trees. Fly going to die instead. One last dying Nova onto Fata. And Yapzor jukes his way back to safety, only losing the Disruptor, and OG losing 2 in the process. Epicenter, they're actually going to get this kill. Brewmaster does not get the ultimate off here as Lone Druid rotates in, tries to get the kill on S4, will do so with the help of mid one. He's on a triple kill, and Jerax needs to burrow strike his way out of there. No TP on him, but with the Arcane Rune, he should be able to escape.
Yeah, the Yule Scepter just got delivered to the Death Prophet. Had one more Spirit Siphon ready, but Disruptor placed a good ulti just to keep it away. Okay, Runes just spawned. Puppy in problem.
Yeah, he was going for the greed play, trying to get all 4 runes for the team. They got 3 out of 4, and then Puppy loses his life, but it's Secret once again getting the rune advantage. Not the 4 runes that they got last time, but still pretty damn good.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about this Midas on a Brewmaster. Since Lone Druid is not going for a Radiance build, and he's going for a Mjolnir, which is a good way to deal with Phantom Lancer illusions, you can go for it.
See Fly at mid get caught out by the Clockwork hookshot. Elsewhere though, bigger kill onto the Phantom Lancer. That's mid one's Timbersaw, but mid lane, OG initiate the blink on Centaur. Going to catch the Lone Druid by surprise. Gets a great Savage Roar.
Nice
Then he gets
turn.
earned. Stampede trying to chase him down here. He's going to TP from the high ground with the Cogs. YapzOr protecting him. The Burrow Strike, he guesses wrong. Jerax went for the hopeful play there, but he didn't have vision of the high ground. Did not know where the TP was coming from. And YapzOr makes the buddy play.
What a bro. Even gets the region for helping him out.
He deserves
the new
it.
gods and the old one are really favoring this young lad. So Phantom Lancer died on the bottom. He's 300-400 gold short from getting a Diffusal Blade.
Looks like that was a Primal Split, I believe. Primal Split
Yes.
and Timbersaw killing him. Okay, there we go.
Yes.
Mid one is starting to accelerate now. Once you get the levels on this Timbersaw, it's a hero that really shines around that level 13, 14, 15 mark, because you have to get the reactive armor early, so it's not until you level up your other spells that you do damage. Bottom lane, Puppey trying to get away from Seb's Death Prophet, will not be successful in doing so. Can they bring down this Death Prophet? 2 heroes stun from Seb onto the Lone Druid here. As S4's stun is not going to quite be enough to bounce this one around, but the Chain Frost, that's some good damage here. Bouncing around, goes to the creep wave, unfortunately. YapzOr getting brought a little bit lower, still has an Urn Charge to play around with, as Lone Druid will finish off Fly. YapzOr back to safety. It was a hopeful play from S4, stunning the bear with the hero, but it wasn't quite enough. He's going to do the same stun here as he looks to set up for the PL to go running in, try and bring down Ace. Savage Roar again. This time Jerax is there to cancel the TP. He couldn't do it last time. He got that cancel. No-Tail wants to chase down AC. The Stampede's there. He doppelgangers out of it. Needs to get the kill. No-Tail will finish him off with the Diffusal Blade picked up. He's very strong right now. Tries to get YapzOr as well as the damage there. He gets the double kill. No-Tail starting to take off here. There's another stun from a Sand King, but I don't think they can kill this Timbersaw. He is way too tanky.
Yeah, Timbersaw just out of control, has a Yule Scepter just to get rid of the Spirit Siphon, the Silence, pretty much whatever they throw at him. I like this build, but most of the greedy players would go for this Bloodstone. I'm really not a Bloodstone guy. I prefer not to even have it on the Storm Spirit, especially in the previous series that we were casting. It just does not feel right. You're spending 5,000 gold for pretty much not anything.
Yeah.
There's always a better choice. Well, he can go for a Bloodstone right now, to be honest. But
After getting the, you get the
Yes.
utility items first, then you go for the Bloodstone when you're ahead. And right now, Secret are ever so slightly ahead in terms of gold. The game does feel pretty good for them. PL starting to become more of a problem, though. Has the Diffusal up, has started to kind of impose his presence on this game. And we'll see if Secret have the solutions for him. They've got everyone itemizing for him. You know, you've got a Lone Druid who's going to go for Mjolnir, you've got a Timbersaw, Brewmaster Ultimate. They've got all the tools to deal with PL illusions this game, which makes me kind of worry a little bit for OG's chances as this game goes on.
yeah, I'm wondering what the No-Tail is gonna buy on this Phantom Lancer. I mentioned Silver Edge just to break the Timbersaw and Panda, and he can position himself better in the team fights and maybe just go for a BKB after that, but we'll
Jerax
see.
Juking. No. Glimpse back. He tried to dodge the Glimpse with the Virus Strike. Couldn't quite time it. Here comes S4 though. Gets the stun onto several. Stampede to follow it up. The buyback coming into play as well from Sand King. Unfortunately, No-Tail's caught in the Static Storm. He's dead. That's the fight they were hoping for. The Chain Frost bouncing around, but there's just too many things to tank it up. The Brewmaster Primal Split there as well. Jerax just bought back, and he may die another time if he's not careful. Mid one on the front lines has the hood. Instead, he's going to Timber Chain out of there. Glimpse away as it looks like Secret just want to disengage. They force the buyback. Lone Druid's not even at this fight. He's taking the tier 1 mid tower. Great team fight for Team Secret.
Yeah, this setup this is gonna set up Jerax really badly for his Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
He's 1,000 gold away from it because of this buyback, and they couldn't find any return kills.
The big difference right now seems to be the supports. Like, OG supports just aren't able to do the same thing as a Disruptor Clockwork. These heroes just naturally set up kills. Clockwork initiates with Hookshot, Disruptor with Glimpse. Meanwhile, OG, you have a Sand King, but he doesn't even have a Blink Dagger, so their initiation is far inferior, and they're unable to really... They're forced to react to Secret engaging on them.
Yeah, they could kill anyone with the Hookshot and Static Star combo. Besides DP. DP will use Yule Scepter to keep her alive, and also has Ogre Axe, which means that she's building towards the BKB.
Yep.
So they need to lock down other people. There's 2 Force Staffs coming soon on side of OG.
That will definitely
Yes.
help a bit, but a hero like Centaur is going to start having some mana problems with this one.
Yeah, especially if you play against hero like a Clockwork, which burns the mana with the cogs, and for those who don't know, we're talking about the 100 mana for a 4-staff.
Yeah. He does have at least decent mana pool to play around, as we'll see a TP counter at bottom. Mid one was trying to TP up top to help, but hey, they don't need his help. They get the kill without him. No Tail goes down, and it's mid one at bottom. Well, I shouldn't have kept my eyes off of him. He solo kills Jerex. Everything looking Secret favored all of a sudden as they win a big fight. They kill No Tail several times in a row, and suddenly this PL, he's 2 and 4. He got that double kill in that one fight and looked like he might start to cause some problems, but seems like Secret have all the answers they need to fight him.
Yeah, that's the problem. You mentioned the supports. The support duo from Team Secret can pretty much kill anyone at this point. But if you look at the supports on OG, there's a Lich who's pretty defensive support. He cannot gank. He's just staying behind, casting the Ice Armor, and trying to get the good ulti off. That's it. And Sanking still needs a 500 goal for his Blink Dagger. That's 22 minutes in. This is really late Blink Dagger timing.
Oh yeah. And by the time he gets it, you know, this support Clockwork almost has a pipe. That's from a 4 position roll. No Tail. Uh-oh, he may get caught out again in mid lane if he's not careful. Looking for the root. Timbersaw going to go charging in. Doesn't look like they want to go chasing for a potential glimpse with the Rocket Flare, but no, Puppy's not there. He's a bit too far away to get the glimpse back. Seems like Secret may just focus their efforts on this tower instead.
I'm always confused. Whenever I see a Lich, I always think it's Puppy for some reason. I don't know why.
He does like the hero, but similar story with Fly. OG have always liked picking their Lich, even going back to some of the old lineups that they used to play with. Double damage rune at bottom. If Secret get their hands on that, they could even go for a Roshan here, and it looks like Ace is about to scout it out. Pings it, and we'll see what the call is going to be. As for OG, the BKB completed on Seb. This may be time to fight. They scout the smoke on Fata. Seb's already brought low. He's forced to stampede away. He's going to self-fuels here. Nice Burrow Strike coming in from Jerex with the Blink Dagger picked up. They're trying to bring down Fata. They get him before the ulti comes out. Hookshot blocked by his teammate. Mid one in the wrong place at the wrong time. As it does look like Secret are going to force OG back, however. Glimpse back in is No Tail. Uh-oh, with the Static Storm, he's got no escape.
I think they're gonna go for a Roche right now.
Yeah.
Panda bought back, but I don't think they're gonna give Aegis to him. Probably just give it to the Lone Druid because Lone Druid has what 300, 400 damage at this point. I mean, it's a double damage still.
Yeah. With the DD, they bring down Roche incredibly fast. OG, even if they smoke, are not going to get there in time. They may still think they can get there, but the DD room means this Roche is dropping way too fast.
I mean, you have a Clockwork who's gonna scout and block you with the power cogs.
Yeah, this looks like a lost effort from Team OG, but they're going to go for it nonetheless. They'll soon find out Roche is already dead, and they may just disengage because of this one. Problem is, mid one's on the front lines. He can use them. He can stop them from retreating. Yapso's got a hookshot once again. Does he want to go in for this one? Ooh,
misses.
Threads the needle between two heroes.
They want that profit. Yeah, BKB is off.
And he's got pulled back. The Centaur blinked into the cogs. Unfortunately, that meant he couldn't get a stun, but there's Jerex on the back line. Epicenter onto 2. They're going to try to bring down Puppy's Disruptor. Unsuccessful. There's a root onto the Sand with the Fear. They've taken out 2 already. Sand going to be next in the firing line, and there's going to be potentially a glimpse on the fly. He force-ups back out. Puppy has no mana. He's also well on back to base with a haste rune. And push forward, says Team Secret. We can take this mid lane of Rax, and in the front lines is mid 1. He'll quickly get that reactive armor up, and this mid tier 3 tower, and likely this mid lane of Raxes looks to be going down.
I think that's going to be 2 set of Raxes. They know that Sanking ulti is down, DP ulti is ready. They still have the Aegis, so they want to take a fight. Panda is on cooldown though, but they still might go for it, just for tier 4s or the bottom set of Raxes.
Mid one's just tanking tower shots, giving vision for the team. He's like, yeah, I'll keep taking those reactive armor charges. They see the Death Prophet TP. They, could glimpse her back, but doesn't look like that's the call. Puppy's now just swinging in from the north. As mid one gets silenced up, has the Yules if he wants to use it. He's got the Mjolnir on him. This is such a good combo. The Mjolnir, Timbersaw. How do you deal with this guy? He's just zapping everyone. Meanwhile, the tier 3 tower not taking too much damage thanks to the Ice Armor, adding a bit of extra armor here. They do lose the Disruptor on the backlines. That's No Tail, but he may pay for this with his life if he's not careful. Gets the Stampede to help him out. Nice Burrow strike through, coming in from the Sand King, catches out Fada. Still no Brewmaster ultimate, making this fight pretty hard for Secret to take. Mid one, though, is just beyond godlike. On the backlines, he takes out S4, and Secret are just sticking together as a unit. They ping out
only
No-Tail.
the pick-off. Good play, coming from behind, getting the only hero they can actually kill.
Oh, No-Tail.
He will pay with his life.
Yep, he goes down. Another kill from mid one's Timbersaw. The third player on Team Secret to play Timbersaw in the last couple of days. And showing that he can do it just as well as Fata and Ace. And Team Secret...
Are they going to go for tier 4s or just bottom? Huh?
Looks like they're going for bottom. I think if you're unsure if you have enough time to take both tier 4s, it's better to maybe just go for the safe play and get the racks.
Battle Cry. Oh my god, the damage output is insane. FP?
He wants the bear. If he can take out the bear, that'll slow down this push at least. But there is a resummon for Ace. Nice stun coming out from S4, but still not enough damage as Ace is going to look to just retreat out of here. Doesn't actually have mana to resummon his bear. Mid one should be fine here. Has a hood and a Yule Scepter if he needs it. He may need to start thinking about how he gets out of this one. He's getting chain stunned, and without any of those items being used, he had the hood.
Yeah,
but he just got chain
could have
stunned.
used Hood at least.
Yeah. He could have Yules out of the silence, but I think he didn't want to because he knows if he does that, he's just going to set up for a stun. Which makes sense, but the hood was there. Either way,
Yeah, but that's
not the end
That's
of
a
it.
lot of gold, but good for Team Secret. Lich got the last hit. 1,000 gold in pocket of Lich. It doesn't sound scary at all.
No, that's a good point to bring up because that is not a hero that's going to turn this game around whatsoever. It's going to have to be No-Tail on the Phantom Lancer, I feel, as the last hope for OG. And it kind of goes back to the point we made where Team Secret's draft is pretty good at dealing with a PL.
Yeah, I mean, they have a Brewmaster who splits, instantly kills all the illusions because they take extra damage.
Yep.
Timbersaw with Boots of Travel feels pretty unkillable if his team is around him. That Mjolnir looks so funny, like 5-man procs.
Yeah, he just charges forward knowing there's nothing that can really touch him. The problem's going to be, Secret's going to have all these BKBs soon. Once the Brewmaster gets a BKB, he's kind of unkillable as well. Like, the last fight kind of looked a little bit promising for OG because they were able to burst down the Brewmaster before he got his ultimate off, thanks to the stuns and the silence, but that's not going to happen when there's a BKB.
What do you pick on Lone Druid on level 20 when you go for a range build? Battle Cry cooldown or attack speed?
Probably the attack speed. I'm not
Yeah.
a big Lone Druid player, but that to me would make the most sense.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking, because I don't play the Lone Druid,
Yep.
and I barely see him as ranged.
Yeah. Oh, Seb needs to be careful. OG looking to play around this middle lane. Fire strike in. There's going to be instantly a clockwork counter initiation here. They're trying to burst down Puppey to start this fight off, but he's pretty tanky. Has a 4-star still if he needs one. Going to glimpse back S4. Doesn't trap him in the kinetic field, unfortunately, but the Chain Frost going to start bouncing around. Trying to start causing some problems, but now it's gone straight to the creep wave in the Brewmaster split. OG trying to chase him down. They're going to finish off the bear to start things off, but that's just a bear in a range form Lone Druid. It's the hero you've got to worry about. As OG unable to convert on any of these kills. Jerick does get the stun on the Timbersaw, but he's incredibly tanky and isn't going down without a fight here. The bear, the second bear, I believe, going to die here. Seb BKB's in the front lanes with Exorcism. Needs to be careful. That Exorcism about to wear off mid one. Timber chain away. He's still alive for now. Doesn't look like they can finish him off. And there comes Fata. Blinks in with a clap. Doesn't have ultimate. No-Tail's dead, though. They've got the burst from the Timbersaw. Here comes the Epicenter. The Burrow Strike. Jerick gets absolutely all of them. They're going to try finish off with the Crypts on the right. Click is enough to get the Disruptor. Buyback coming in from Puppey. They've taken out 3 OG heroes, and they want more. They're not done. The chase is on. And with Exorcism down, Seb has no way out of this one. No BKB. He's absolutely screwed. He's going to die here. There's nothing he can do about it. He tries to bring Puppey down with him, but good luck with that as Yapsaw gets himself stuck in some trees. He was hunting for the Lich. OG, you know, a valiant effort. They took out 2. They killed the Lone Druid, but ultimately they had to throw way too much to get those kills.
Yeah, DPLT, when it wears off, they can't take a fight anymore. And all the cores on side of Team Secret are so beefy. Even the Clockwork has, with the Hood, with the Vanguard, almost full Crimson Guard, he's sitting on 2.5k HP. Pretty much he can tank all the damage.
They survived to like the very end of that Exorcism. It wasn't until like the last 5 seconds was when the Lone Druid died. It just felt like OG were chasing for, you know, for the sake of this game, to keep themselves in it. For dear lives, they just wanted to find whatever kills they could, and it was just a bit too far and a bit too much of an overcommitment. They scout that puppy. There was a sentry. They're trying to bring him down. He's going to force stuff away, though, and unfortunately for OG, they didn't have the detection on themselves. One's mana pool getting chopped away at by the PL Diffusal Blade, so he becomes a little bit less of a threat because of this.
They know Exorcism is down, Epi is down for another 15 seconds. Maybe that's the timing. They want to deal some damage to the tower, take a fight before it's ready.
It looks like Ace is charging forward with the battle cry. Mid one starts things off with the Yule Scepter. They just want to force this BKB on Seb, but he's not going to take the bait. He's going to just sit back elsewhere. They're zoning them back in the fountain. It's Ace just hitting buildings while they go for this one. No Tail getting very low. He BKBs, but he's going to die during the BKB. And it looks like they would be able to get the melee racks here. They're just being zoned out by this Primal Split. Mid one with the Mjolnir on him once again. Losing to be a very big threat, stopping OG from initiating. And I don't think they can defend this racks without the Phantom Lines. But they can stall it with the Ice Armor. In goes Fata with the BKB. He's going to man up here. Seb pops the Exim. He wants to scare him off, but the melee Rax is already dead. They don't really care about the range Rax. Seb's Exim has been used, and if you're not getting kills with Exorcism, you're going to put yourself in an even bigger hole. Needs to be careful. Seb does not have a BKB. He could get burst very quickly if they're not careful. He's going to get glimpsed back, and this could be the end of the Death Prophet. This could be the end of OG. Does have a buyback, but they've already lost the bottom lane of Rax, and that's 2 sets of Rax down. Mid one locks S4 in place. The Stampede being used entirely defensively. Back to the fountain goes OG. And perhaps they're going to have to just look to start approaching game number 2. They've got a tier 2 tower, so they won't go down Mega Creeps, which will perhaps prompt them to stick this one out for just that little bit longer. But it does feel all a little bit hopeless right now.
They don't have the answer for this Timbersaw and the BKBs on the side of Team Secret. We discussed the Timbersaw pick after the 4 heroes that OG got. The last pick was DP, which relies pretty much everything on physical damage output, and that's not a counter to a Timbersaw.
Oh man, there's a double damage rune by Roshan. Ace scouts it but leaves it there knowing that it's still going to be there a minute later. He doesn't have to pick it up right away, and if they scout Roshan, they will see it's up in about 5 seconds. Oh no, stick around guys. 1 more second, Ace, no!
Get back!
Get back in there! Oh! Sometimes, you know, maybe he'll go check it once more. Fata, go blink in Roche Pit. Is he going to check it now?
He's going in.
He's like, I'm going to make sure this DD rune gets put to good use, and there we go. He's going to bring his bear back over, and this should be a pretty easy Roshan. He's got a Daedalus as well if he can get the courier to the secret shop. Very quick and easy Roshan. Nothing OG can do about it. No Exorcism for 30 seconds. This is the safest Roche you can imagine. And this should set Secret up to take the last lane of Rax and seal out game number 1.
Yeah, even if they pop the Exorcism, if they can get out...
Look at Secret, they're hunting. Even while the bear's roaching, they're still hunting 4v5. They're like, you know, we don't need this bear. S4 didn't get the Blink Sun off since he got caught by the Thunderstrike. Puppy could look to glimpse him in a second here. Doesn't get vision of him though. The silence preventing him from using that glimpse, and it looks like Secret will back off for now. Tier 2 tower was claimed up top. S4, his blink's been cancelled again, forced up to the high ground, but he's glimpsed back to the low ground and has to use Stampede defensively, and he's going to get used up as well. This could be the death of this Centaur. No escape from the lone druid on the high ground. Exorcism coming in. Brewmaster split on the backlines here. No Tail needs to find an opening to get into this fight here. It's mid one getting very low. They're going to lose the Timbersaw. Timber Chain gets cancelled. They do bring him down. 30-second respawn time thanks to the Bloodstone. And I believe Secret will just wait for this Exorcism to wear off and then regroup. Glimpse away as Death Prophet unable to chase as a result. S4 knows they... Oh, Fata. He gets found here. Doesn't have his ultimate right now. Fata looking like he should go down. Puppy going to throw a Static Storm. Ooh, 4-Staff not quite getting him to the low ground. He's trying to wait for the blink. Fata not successful in fogging them. Nice attempted juke from him as they go looking for more. On the sidelines, it's Ace on the lone druid. He's being chased down, but he's got a BKB. He's going to turn and fight. Ace just tears them a new one. He gets himself a double kill immediately. Fly gets chained down as well by the Timbersaw. 4 dead, asking, 1 buys back.
Do we have a buyback, guys? Nope. The answer is nope, and that's game right there.
Yeah, the answer is let's type GG, I believe, at that point. They're going to see Mega Creeps go down here. The supports will be the last line of defense. Fly isn't even looking to put the ice armor on the tower. He can't even move forward. He's already got it on the tier 3 tower at least, so the Rex will not go down all too fast as Jerax will not find
Maybe we
Puppy.
spoke too soon. Look at this damage with the
Nah.
battle cry.
You think you can slow my push? Not the case. Fly hugging the fountain. Mid one. Meteor hammers. Nope, that's not the combo.
Not meant to be, he says.
Chain Frost. Okay, he's going to go down. Brings a bear with him. He GG's out. Nothing OG can do at this point. Some nice little bit of fun there from mid one at the end. I like the fountain BM plays are always fun to see. Although mid one also is going to... Oh, he doesn't die. Stays alive at the very end as Team Secret take game one.
Yeah, as we expected, no counters for this Timbersaw. Pretty cool game to be the Timbersaw in this one.
Yeah.
Also, overall draft, as you mentioned, the supports made the difference. Also, I love the itemization and the build on the Lone Druid, Mjolnir plus BKB, and just straight Daedalus to maximum out the damage output. Way too hard to deal with it. Also, the vision game was strong. You have a Timbersaw who is in, using his spells. You have a Clockwork, always had a good setup for the Glimpse, Panda being the frontliner as well.
Yeah. I feel like Secret always look good when mid one is on that big playmaking hero, and this game the key hero was Timbersaw. I like that they put him on that and let, you know, Ace do his thing, play very stable carry on the Lone Druid, Fata just creating space. When mid one gets to do flashy stuff, this team looks very scary.
Yeah. We'll see what OG is going to do in game number 2. I think they need a bit better draft to contest with Team Secret.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what picks will be coming out. We'll take a quick break. It's the last game of the day here on stream number 2 coming up. Just a 2-game series. There's no game 3 even if OG win. But OG are going to be looking to walk away with a 1-1 tie here in the group stage. We'll take a quick break and come back.